kind of want to get your thoughts because when I was watching Red Zone, obviously, and
Mhm.
obviously, I had Red Zone while I had the Packers game up, and Red Zone was showing a lot of the Eagles game, a lot of the Eagles Cincy game, and I was watching a lot of it, and I was just sitting there like, I knew this has got to be the Devonta Smith game. It's got to be.
It has
It's
to be.
got to be. If someone was going to get off, it's gonna be him because he's been quiet for the last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and
What
that's
it
their guy.
what did I say last week? I said he had one catch for -2 yards. I said, and Cincy, it's his time because every time he has a game like that, the next game he cooked, and boy did he cook. In the
Yeah.
show notes, I wanted to talk to you about this. I kind of have beef with this. You said because you wrote you for those a little behind the scenes. D, God bless him, every week sends the notes on Monday night, and I saw this sentence and I was flabbergasted. Eagles escape Cincy with a big win over the Bengals. Escape?
Yeah, you leave the city.
No, they
No.
beat the piss out the Bengals.
So
They
so like
left.
her cousin said, you walk in the trap, take over the trap.
He got to stop that. He got to stop that. Like it was funny one time.
Now come on. Now come on. We walk in
No,
the trap, take over your trap. We walk
my question: who is feeding him these lines? Because he does not listen.
we walk in your trap, take over your trap. We walk in your trap, take
Like,
over.
is there someone on staff who gives Kirk Cousins like sayings? All right, Kirk, this week it's we walk in the trap, we take the trap. Give it a run, Kirk.
Uh, but here's my thing. You want your quarterback saying that. You want the leader of you want the guy with the ball in his hand every time and scoring the points to win games. You want him saying that. And
I
it's
don't
even
want Kirk
funny when you
Cousins
saying
saying
it
that.
in Atlanta.
I don't
I
want
know
Kirk
Young Thug
Cousins
was
saying
watching that like, yo, what? Rico? Huh?
that. He quoting Young Thug. Young Thug saying, "Help get me out,
Oh
please."
man.
You know
Uh
what's crazy about that? And this goes to who just got arrested this week was Lil Durk.
Lil Durk,
When
who?
these people get accused of some of these things, and someone be like, "Free so and so," hell no. Some of the things these people are accused of committing, now keep them up in jail.
Here's what I will say. When I heard about those charges about Lil Durk on for Lil Durk that he's facing, I I first thing I said was, wait a minute, is this real? Like, huh? Excuse me? Then I had to say, yo, I gotta get more evidence.
Jail. Keep these, because here's the thing: I've
uh,
said it 100 times. When the feds come for you, they don't miss. The feds don't come on some half stepping shit. If the feds come knocking, it's not Barney Fife.
they said
They
one of
got
them
you.
was wearing a wire.
If the feds come in, pause. They not coming incorrectly. Keep them up because in jail.
Jail?
Jail.
But what did
Same
he?
with Diddy. Keep
We
him
don't
in
know.
jail.
We don't know. It's innocent until proven guilty.
Like I said, the feds don't come on a maybe. Feds come when they got you nailed to the cross.
It's still innocent until proven guilty, though.
I'm just saying. I would if anyone can look up the Fed's track record, I'm
It's a good.
sure it's immaculate.
It's a good one. Uh, Speaking of people who don't have good track records, well, not us. I want to talk about the Giants, but let's intro the pod. Let's intro the pod.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 162 of
Can
the
you
Speak On It
believe we're
podcast.
that deep? Like I was reading the notes last night and I was like 162 episodes. Like I
I know.
always thought we'd make it this far. But it's
Make
one
it.
thing to think about it and it's another thing to see it through.
Hey, we do as the title of this podcast says. We just speak on it. We the topics are there. We're just here to speak on the things,
Talk about it.
and the people come to listen. Uh, Shout out to our usuals, Kyle, Bam. Heard it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Bam. Brojo, if you come up in here, B Truth, some other guys. Shout out to you guys. As usual, when you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Losty Mix. Of course, joined by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, my good brother, Danny Ocean. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a great week.
Been a great week.
It's going to be a short week. We have an extended weekend this weekend. We're off on Friday. We're off next Monday. We're off next Tuesday. So
Who's off Tuesday?
like where I work, we're off Friday, Monday, and Tuesday.
I don't understand. I wonder if
So
I'm off Tuesday.
So yeah, we're off for election day. I believe I don't want to mispronounce Friday is yes, Diwali, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we're off Friday. Oh, it's
Yeah, employer
loading.
must be very woke. They giving up. Let me
No, it's
see.
a
Look at that
very
calendar and said, "Oh yeah, no, we just gonna."
it's a very diverse community. Yes, we're off for Diwali on Friday. Monday is a wellness day, and then we're off Tuesday for the election.
You ever okay? So here's my thing. Now that we're talking about it, it's funny that America would schedule their election day on NFL trade deadline day because what the hell? Two, if you're gonna give people election day off, it's funny. Wouldn't you want to give them the day after the election off?
Yes, that too. Here's my theory on election day. It should be a Friday. You should get election day off.
Hell nah. You ain't gonna.
No? Well, how
Nah.
about this? It's Thursday, and then you're off Thursday, Friday, and you have a long weekend. Just like the Super Bowl, you should have the Monday off after the Super Bowl.
Too much time for the rascals for the other side to plan something if they don't like the outcome. Maybe that's why it's on Tuesday.
Who getting busy on a Tuesday? Okay.
Them Proud Boys might be getting busy on Tuesday. Or the super listen. You think one side was acting a fool if they when they man's quote unquote didn't win? That this other side ain't gonna be acting too holly and jolly if listen.
It's gonna be nasty one way or the other.
I know, right?
It's gonna be nasty one way or the other.
I'm going to be honest with you. There won't be a TV on in my house on CNN or NBC or CBS. I will be ESPN because I need to see who's moving where. Fantasy purposes, team purposes. I got to keep up with the NFC North. See what I'm really curious to see what the Lions and the Vikings do in terms of trades. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But trades are already made. Kansas City got D-Hop. You got Josh Usay. Freaking the Vikings just traded for Cam Robinson from Jacksonville, which is big after they lost Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah, that's big.
Man, we're getting the trade season, MLB seasons here.
MLB season is going to end tonight, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Yes. You think the Dodgers are going to close them out tonight?
Got to. You know how? Or do you lose and then win one in LA?
No, I think it's 2-3-2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same, but I think it's 2-3-2. Plus, why not just get it over? Because either way, it's 7 p.m. on the East Coast, about to be 8. So yeah, they'll start playing at 8. The game will be over by like 11.
The streets of LA will be busy if they pull this off tonight.
Yeah, they fly back by 11. That's like a 5-hour flight. So that's what 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You'll probably get home.
I got 1. Oh yeah.
Oh, you can go get busy
on Tuesday night. Got the club going up, on a Tuesday. Bam says, I think election day came before NFL. No, they're both on Tuesday, Bam.
Yeah, they're both on Tuesday, Bam.
Speaking of Tuesday, if you're going to speak on Tuesday, the only way to get to Tuesday is looking through a Monday. And last night, we had a Monday Night Football game. I thought it was going to be a one-sided stinker. It turned into a pretty one-sided stinker with some entertainment in it. Giants versus Steelers. Danny, give me your thoughts on the game overall.
I mean, do we learn anything new? Like, I don't think I got this Russell Wilson good again. I don't know. He played the Giants. Is like, what are we talking about here? I didn't really get anything from it. The Giants are a mess. They're extremely undisciplined. Brian Daboll. Like, I watched like the first half. Every good thing the Giants did came back because of penalty. Whether it was holding, the Malik Neighbors, the illegal formation, Daniel didn't let him get set, or Malik is just like jogging and not getting set. Like, it's those things. Like, because the Giants aren't bad, right? Like, I think the Giants are not as bad as their record indicates, but they do stuff that shoots themselves. Like, they make too many mistakes that they can't overcome.
I've been hearing a lot of people say Shedeur Sanders to the New York Giants. I just keep laughing. No. I'm like, yo, y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know the O'Haras. Y'all don't know the O'Haras, the owners of the Giants. You don't know.
No. They isn't it before Tyrod Taylor, they had never had a black quarterback start?
And look at the team they gave Tyrod Taylor when he started.
Hey man, Shador is a Raider. I don't know what we talking about here. He's a Raider. Like some
It,
things are just written in the stars, and that's one of them. Like Shador's a Raider.
it would it would behoove them. Man, the Raiders look bad. Anyway, here's what I'll say about the game last night between the Steelers and the Giants. Well, that joker, Najee Harris, can still run it. It's crazy. I like their two-back rotation between Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, but you can see Najee Harris. Can you believe people were telling the Steelers to trade Najee Harris at one point and let Jalen Warren get more of the carries? And I'm like, yo, y'all want some of these running backs to just die on the field. Like, y'all don't want they don't realize you need sort of a good two-back rotation, and you need like that 60-40 in carries.
Yeah. It's funny because I've been trying to trade for Najee Harris for Bam for a long time. He didn't bite, and it paid off in his favor.
Probably because he's trying to trade for Keaton Mitchell.
Ah, is that what it is?
He's
talking to you.
Yeah, he's trying to holler at me for Keaton Mitchell. He ain't really sent me a trade that I would jump at. He's tried to trade. He tried to send me Christian Kirk for Keaton Mitchell last weekend. I'm glad I kept declining that one because look at how that one worked out. So when Bam decides to send me an offer that's kind of worth looking into, I'll consider it. But
you'll do it,
maybe. Listen. The Las Vegas Horned Ducks. We're in a slide after that BS game I lost versus you, which is I need that win now. I need that win now.
It's funny because last night I went into the game and I had TJ Watt. So shout out to the IDPs because CD Lamb dropped 42. I was up by like 50 before the Cowboys played, and I was like, "Oh, we in there, we good." And I woke up Monday morning, and Cal had a 2-point lead, and then at halftime he was up by like half a point. And then I think TJ Watt got a tackle, so I ended up winning by like 5. But there's a second, I was like, buddy, the tables have turned.
Kyle said he asked for a counter. I'm not giving you a counter. I'm not sending you a counter. Send me an offer that's worth countering. Not this BS you've been sending me. We got Augusto. Augusto says my running backs are Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Chase Brown, J.K. Dobbins, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. My wide receivers are Drake London, Malik Neighbors, Calvin Ridley, Deontay Johnson, Juwan Jennings. He's got Brock Bowers and T.J. Hawkinson. What would you give for Scary Terry?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, man. I think with this team, you got Drake London, you got Neighbors, Calvin Ridley,
Deontay Johnson. We'll see what I mean. I'd see if Deontay Johnson would enter someone now that he's been traded to Baltimore, but I wouldn't give up.
Yeah, maybe you could if you have maybe some draft picks. Maybe you send Deontay and.
There's no way this roster's a dynasty. Is this a dynasty league or it's a redraft?
It's probably a dynasty. I would say honestly, I don't think you need Scary Terry unless you're a diehard Washington fan and just want him on your roster, but I think you got enough depth, especially with DeAndre Hopkins being traded. Calvin Ridley's about to see a lot of targets. Deontay Johnson in Baltimore, we'll see. I think they're about to get somebody. There's a Baltimore wide receiver who lost their job today with this trade, but
we just don't know who it is yet.
Speaking of people who probably lost their job, there's a ref that should have lost his job last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night football, SoFi Stadium, Vikings, Rams. It's interesting. Vikings are coming off a loss in their previous week. Rams are starting to cook. They get back Puka. They get Puka back like 15 minutes for the game. They're just like, hey, Puka playing.
It's time.
And then Cooper Kupp was always scheduled to return this week. So they got their two top dogs back. Let me ask you, that big, seemingly no-call face mask, how big was that no call in your opinion to that?
It was massive.
Yeah.
It's funny. Everyone on the field talked about the ref. Like, man grabbed his face mask and just held it like, oh, man, I screwed up. And no one called it.
Ref was like, refs had Rams money line.
Yeah, the ref must owe some money to some sharks.
And on the flip side, though, how big of a win of that was it for the Rams. I mean, listen. It was talk about they were getting ready to potentially make trades.
Yeah.
They were looking like the division might be falling away from them. Now they won two. Basically, they won 2 games from Sunday to Thursday. That previous Sunday to last Thursday, and now they're in a position where they're right in the thick of it in the NFC West, which is pretty much wide open because I'm not going to say division. No one just has taken firm control of it. And then on the flip side, you look at the Vikings. I mean, how do you bounce back from this? I mean, that's a tough loss for one. Now you're farther back from Detroit. You're giving Green Bay more room to potentially sneak up and pass you for second in the division, second in the standings, the playoff race, and helping Green Bay get closer to Detroit. Give me your thoughts. Which team should be taking it, I guess, or how would you feel in either one of these situations?
If you're the Rams, I feel like this is the best case scenario, right? Like you're starting to get healthy. Everyone else in the division is either average and not good, or they're not healthy. Like the 49ers aren't going to be healthy for the rest of the year with Ayuk out with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Debo just seems like it was pneumonia, and then it's this. Like Christian McCaffrey is scheduled to come back after the bye week 10.
Tell me how many times you laughed at the Debo fat jokes before you found out he had pneumonia.
I did not laugh at all.
Good. I tested you. You passed. All right, continue.
Yeah, I hate the 49ers, but I don't laugh at stuff like that. Because remember, people making fun of Chadwick Boseman and how much weight he lost.
Boom.
And then boom, he in the dirt.
Talk to me.
But I feel like if you're the Vikings, I don't know, because the NFC North is the best division in football. So at some point you have
ground.
I feel like at some point you just have to realize like it's Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you do if you're the Vikings. I really don't.
This is a team that started out 5-0, and they were beating some good teams, including the 49ers. So you have to recognize that this team, they are a good team.
Can they keep it up?
Yeah. Can they keep it up? Can Sam Darnold start to continue to be more consistent? I want to pause for a second. Last night, I don't know if you were watching the World Series, but they had a pre-game little concert by Fat Joe.
I did not, but I saw the pictures of Fat Joe standing on the mound in Tim's, and I said that's the most New York thing I've ever seen.
Nah, but you had to have seen it, Danny. You had to have seen it.
You got? Do you have a video of it that you can share with the people?
Let's just say after he finished, Off the Perk was trending.
Oh no.
I'm not saying there's any correlation. I'm just saying. Augusto says he's in a 10-man league. He would like another great wide receiver. Who you going for? Well, brother, you got Drake London, Calvin Ridley, and Deontay Johnson, and you have Brock Bowers, who's essentially another really good wide receiver because he's essentially a target hog. They're just wherever he's at, they're throwing him the ball.
I don't have Malik Neighbors. Like, are you talking about when you say great wide receiver? Are you talking about like an AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, Jetta's wide receiver? Or are you talking about?
But even I don't. What's the point of giving up so much to get one player when you have a multitude of players who could outscore one player regardless?
Well, I would say Malik Neighbors is untouchable. Like, he is getting so many. He is that Giants offense. Untouchable. I'd listen to conversations for Ridley. I'd listen to conversations for Deontay. I would listen to conversations about Drake London, but if it's like a Terry McLaurin for Drake London, like, I wouldn't listen to that at all. What about, like, am I wrong in this? Like, I wouldn't. I think Drake and Scary are kind of this. And
I don't. Are you sure you want to move away? Are you sure you're with the team? I feel like your team's probably doing pretty well right now. Are you sure making a move is the best move forward here, or is it get better and refine your lineup a little bit?
Yeah, hey, for real.
We're still at the midway point of the season, give or take. Listen, to all you owners out there, listen. This first half of the season, there are going to be some teams who are hot out the gate and they just die. Pause. And there are going to be some teams who are dead who are going to get hot. You got to give it some time. You got to find your lineup and you got to play the matchups. I'm learning that too. I'm in 9 leagues this year. Last week or two, look, where's my notes? We can talk a little fantasy real quick before we
Yeah,
get
we could.
stuff. NFL. Last, hold on. Uh, Last week or not last week. So I'm in 9 leagues. Uh, through weeks 4, 5, and 6, I had a combined record in 9 leagues of 8-19. I went 4-5, 2-7, 2-7. It was rough. And then week 7, I went 4-5. Shout out to my man Kyle because I asked him for some consultation on one specific league where I'm really having to be nuanced about the lineup. But outside of that, I started just playing matchups and just trying to get consistent and starting consistent guys, no matter if I'm playing against them or not, and just having faith that good players are going to be good players. Well, this past week I went 6-3, best week I've had since, you guessed it, week 1. So, man.
So since we're in fantasy, Bam sent me some screenshots of the trade offers that he sent you.
Okay.
So I see the Cortland Sutton for Keaton Mitchell straight up, and then I see Cortland Sutton for Christian Kirk for Keaton Mitchell. Probably glad you didn't do that deal. And then Khalil Shakir for Keaton Mitchell. I would not do that deal at all. I want no parts of Shakir.
Listen, I'm
I might have bid on Sutton and Kirk. I might have.
I like Sutton. I think it's going to take a little bit more than that to get Keaton Mitchell, even though I do like Sutton. But like I said, send me an offer that's worth even thinking about countering. He's sending some bullshit.
Bam, throwing some draft picks in there. You don't care about draft picks.
How'd you do in fantasy this week?
So I lost I was 2-1. There's one league I'm in with some college friends. Like, I'm just dominating. I've lost 2 games. I lost in redraft to the worst team in the league. He scored the most points. I'm still going to stay the course, though, because my team is hitting a stride. I'm scoring a lot of points. Like, I'm starting because someone tried to trade Bijan today. It's like, no. Like, this team is starting to hit a stride. I want to stay the course in redraft. And then in Dynasty, I took down the number 1 seed. I scored the most points out of anyone in the league this week. The Ronald Isley tax return came to play. I am in 4th place at 5-3, and I still have assets to go get whatever I need when I make that decision. Because there are some people in this league who look like they need to start punting on the season. Bend it like Beckham Jr. You got one more loss in you before I come knocking for Saquon.
Well, ain't nobody trading you no Saquon.
Hey, his team is 3-5. He's lost 4 in a row. It's time he start looking forward to the future. And don't let what's this man's name? MVC, whoever he is, he 3-5. And don't let Rojo lose one more game. Because he flirting, he the last one in right now. There's some people.
I need that Rojo L though. I ain't gonna hold you. I need that Rojo L. You know why? It would be another
his first round pick, right?
First and second. So it'll be another situation like Bam. And here's the funny thing. I tried to trade him his first and second round picks back just straight up, and he wouldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, man. Like we are on the cusp over here. Ronald, Jalen Hurts has hit his stride. It feels like Dalton Kincaid is starting to pick it up. Dave Montgomery touchdown every single week. I just sit it and forget it. Marvin Harrison had a good week. Tony Pollard, even in the loss, had a good week. I just need to figure out that final flex spot because right now Dalton Schultz just isn't doing it. So that's where I am. Dallas Goedert's out. Even when he comes back, I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm feeling great. And again, I still have my first round pick, 3 second round picks, 3 third round picks. I got the ammo to do whatever I want to do. Shit, you lose one more game, I might be talking to you.
First off, we ain't doing no talking, and we are going all in to make the playoffs. That's where this team's going. So
Okay.
don't think my team's out, but remember, Jameson Williams is suspended and Mike Evans is currently injured.
Yeah, and you know,
Mike Evans is on IR. Um,
whenever you want to talk, I'm right here.
listen, listen. I let people know Keaton Mitchell is on the block, and no one sent me anything. Listen, Bo Nix is looking like when this league turns
Ooh,
into a super flex league, I got to steal.
yeah, Bo Nix. I'm impressed.
Hmm. Uh, I also got some of these rookie wide receivers that I might try to start trading away. If Jermaine Burton, Troy Franklin, I don't know, Javon Baker,
Yeah.
who knows?
Would you be interested in trading me Jameson Williams?
No. Why would I? Yo, did you not hear me say I am pushing to make the playoffs?
You mark my words. If Bender like Beckham lose one more game, he not gonna have a conversation about because he
Would
need
you
to take.
would you believe me if I said Anthony Edwards, scored 24 in the first?
I'm watching it. He's scorching the Mavericks right now.
He get me out buckets.
He angry about the Western Conference Finals. He is on fire. Like sometimes when great players do great, you just gotta admire it, even if it gets your team. 24 in the first. He better not cool off though.
I might trade Tajay Spears, but no one wants to.
Yeah, I have Tony Pollard, so
Um, yeah, I went, but we say all that to say before everyone gets so gun ho on trades, just remember stay the course, set
stay
your
the
lineup,
course.
look at the matchups. You can give it. Um, Bam, stop asking me this silly ass question. Does Sleeper give you the option to use kick return, rush yards, surge or score? No, we not doing that. No,
Bam, they want to get rid of IDPs. They really not doing no kick return rush yards.
we not doing that. We not doing that. Josh
Josh.
says traded Tank Dell and Mostert for James Cook. Is that a good trade? 16 team PPR. Dak, Russ, Caleb Williams, A Chain, James Cook, CD Lamb, DJ Moore, Ninjoku, Josh Downs. Doesn't sound like a bad team. Now you got James Cook. You got a solid duo of running backs, and CD Lamb, DJ Moore, Ninjoku is going to get his target. So a lot of number one options on your team in terms outside of your quarterback. So
I don't hate the trade.
depending on Dak Prescott and Russell Wilson.
Just start Caleb Williams. As someone who has Dak in that redraft league I'm in of yours, he is benched until further notice. This is the Baker Mayfield show.
Baker Mayfield,
He cooking.
Baker Mayfield got so much Brett Favre in him, just like Jordan Love. I'm about to start calling him Jordan Favre.
Bro, why
Listen,
can't he stay healthy? What's going on with that man?
it's a groin. We can get into the Packers game. It was a groin issue, which is safest thing that could have happened because a lot of people thought it was a knee. It's a groin. They're optimistic he might play on Sunday. If not, we do have a bye the following week, so they might hold him out. The only problem is we play Detroit this week.
Ooh, I mean, is it in Green Bay or is it in Detroit?
It's in Green Bay.
I feel like, but you can run the ball in Detroit. I think you can start Malik Willis and play ball control because you can run on Detroit. Like their defense thrives off turnovers, right? They're one of the league leaders in turnovers, right?
Well, I mean, we'll see how he feels. I mean, he might try to show that he's healthy enough to play, or I think your point. I think he'll be out.
Yeah. Detroit's plus 10 in the turnover differential. So that's like you can run on them.
Yeah. But I mean, here's my thing. I want Jordan Love out there because I want to see him throw that thing. Here's the problem. He got a lot of Favre in him. So sometimes
you don't want to see him throw that thing.
You toss that thing and then picked off, and you just sitting there like, damn. But guess what? Just like I said last week, guess what he gonna do? Come back next series, and guess what he gonna throw?
He gonna throw between three people.
and it's going to be complete this time. Now you sitting here confused. Um, what do you think if this Jordan Love injury goes past the let's just say 2 week point after the bye week? Where do you think this? What do you think this means for the Packers in their season?
I still think like y'all been doing just fine. Here's the advantage of having an elite head coach like Matt LaFleur. He is smart enough and skilled enough to design a game plan around what he has. Like some coaches can only be, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I'll put it like this. If Jalen Hurts went down, I don't think Nick Sirianni, and he's not the offensive coordinator, I don't think Nick Sirianni could create a game plan that would lean into Kenny Pickett's strengths. I think Kellen Moore can, but I don't think Nick can. I think Matt LaFleur, if he knows Malik Willis is playing, he will have a game plan designed for Malik. Like he's not going to have a game plan designed for Jordan Love.
It'll be a more run heavy game plan, but
Yeah,
he'll have a game plan. I just worry
like
about
he's gonna lean into his backup strengths.
Ooh. Aiden.
What?
Shohei just had a pitch that just flew by his face, and it was, I guess it was so fast when he jumped back, his helmet flew off.
Oh, buddy.
Uh-oh. That's a fly. I'm just asking for the owners meeting. Special teams and IDP make our league unique. Bam. At the owners meeting, we'll be voting on the IDPs. There will be no special teams being brought into this. You do get points on punt return and kick return touchdowns. That's all you need.
I will say, I do like maybe not 2 IDPs, but 1 IDP. So you have to be very strategic. Like I try to be very strategic in who I put in my IDP slots because those are hidden points. Like I have Xavier McKinney, like those weekly interceptions.
I tried to get 2 linebackers that I hope.
Yeah. Linebackers get a lot of tackles. Like I try to be very strategic in who I put because everyone goes for the edge rusher. Everyone goes, let me go grab Myles Garrett. And even I fall in because I have Bosa on my team and TJ Watt. But man, if you're smart, you can gain a lot of ground in the IDPs.
Yeah, I mean, I got 15 points total from my IDPs, 8.5 points from TJ Edwards, and Jermaine Pratt got me 6.5 points. Let's see.
I know I got more than that because I know TJ got damn near 10 by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ got 17.5 points last night. Xavier McKinney got 9.
You feel good about yourself?
But I'm saying, like, if you pay attention to defensive matchups and what players are doing, there are points there.
So you sound like you got the answers.
No, I'm just trying to find an edge because this is a very competitive league.
Hey, only a couple games separate first from.
Yeah. Like hold on. I'm sorry. Like Kyle's dominating, even though Kyle just lost. But yeah, only one. It's a 1 loss. Bam and Kyle are 6-2. Greg and I are 5-3.
And then the 3 and 5 squads, like myself.
Well, there's 2 4-4s, and then 3 and 5s. Yeah, see, Bam said Kyle Hamilton got him 17.5. Like if there are a lot of hidden points in the IDPs.
All right. Talk to me about. Did you want to talk any more about the Eagles and the Bengals, or did you want to get to some of the other games? Because we got one that's probably going to make everyone. We about to get the jokes going.
All I'll say about the Eagles is, anyone who watches the Eagles weekly, every week you can just see Kellen Moore taking over a little bit more. Like last week they ran under center play action. I almost fainted.
That's what you've been waiting for?
I've been waiting for under. Jalen Hurts last week, not even under center, just play action in general, had like a perfect passer rating and a touchdown.
So you're saying you see the takeover as in like you see Kellen Moore slowly starting to become the head coach and Nick Sirianni getting ready to get fired like he eventually will be?
No, I see Kellen Moore's influence more and more every single week. Like the fact that the Eagles have learned that you can run the ball from under center.
He can't keep doing this.
Well, Otani.
Freeman again.
Oh, another bomber.
He just hit another home run.
He said he's trying to go home a champion. He ain't got time.
2-0 Dodgers. Oh yeah, brother. This is
a Joe Judge. Get ready for the jokes, my friend. Joe Judge. Whoo, buddy. You are LeBron.
Joe or Aaron? Joe Judge coached the Giants.
Aaron
Judge plays for the Yankees.
Aaron Judge about to. Luckily, the Liberty won the title. So,
listen. Thank you, Bam. So Sunday night, Dallas and the Niners. First off, I was after the first quarter or two, I was like, Dallas is finally about to beat them.
Yeah,
I said, they finally got the answer. Hey, look at Dallas getting physical with these boys, punching them right in the mouth, saying we ain't bunk y'all, we punking y'all. And I don't know what happened in that third quarter because it just that game flipped so fast that I was sitting there. You just get to the point where you just watching the game like, yo, what just happened? What's going on?
What just happened?
And then the fourth quarter happened, and I'm looking at the Niners like, are y'all about to do this? What's going on?
And they did.
They got close, but in the end, the Niners held on. I want to get some thoughts, though, on this game. Danny, tell me, what are your thoughts on the Cowboys after this loss, first and foremost?
I'll say what I've been saying all year. What did the Cowboys do this offseason to have everyone talking about something? They're going to be NFC East champions and Super Bowl contenders. They signed Ezekiel Elliott to be their starting running back. They averaged 76 rushing yards a game. D, where does that rank?
31 or 32.
Dead last. This team, there aren't many NFL teams that can survive throwing 45 to 50 times every single week. It is a passing league, but there aren't many teams that can survive, especially when you don't have a good range of wide receivers to throw to anyway. You can't survive.
Listen, they didn't even have Christian McCaffrey, so I just get so confused.
They didn't even have Christian McCaffrey.
How much do you want to blame it on injuries?
I mean, every team is injured. Like, who's hurt over on Dallas side?
Micah Parsons, pretty much all their best edge rushers.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot Micah is still hurt. But that still doesn't explain. The offense is fine.
Is the offense fine?
I don't think anyone's hurt on offense. Is anyone hurt on offense?
I
think their offense is healthy.
Okay. No, I get you saying. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Like the offense is fine. So best case scenario, you're in track meets every single week where you can't even score.
Yeah, you can't. And you can't run the ball to play keep away.
No. So what happens is they go down big, teams start playing off, and then they get all these empty calories. And it looks close. Did you ever think they were going to come back and win Sunday night?
I did.
You did?
I don't think the 49ers are that good.
I don't think the 49ers are good either, but I never thought Dallas would come back and win.
Did you ever think that in your lifetime you would see Nick Bosa jump on screen with his MAGA hat, just letting it be known, but then at the podium saying he doesn't want to discuss politics too much, just wanted to make sure that it was known?
That's exactly yes. I was not shocked at all. That seems like exactly the kind of thing he would do.
I was like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. So bro had this hat just like on the sideline chilling the entire time.
Not only that, he interrupted his teammates' interview on national television and then couldn't even wear the hat to the podium for the press conference. And then when asked about it, I don't want to talk about it. Come on, dog. If you're going to do it, then do it.
Why couldn't he take the hat with him to the press conference?
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna wear it on, because who watches the press conference? If anything, you should have wore it to the press conference.
To really stand in it?
Yeah. If you gonna wear it on national TV like that, then wear it to the podium. And if someone asks you a question, don't duck it. Why is this an important time? Why does this mean so much to you? Ask that man.
What do you mean when you say make America great again?
What does that mean to you?
My grandmother recently went to the African American Museum in Washington, D.C. this past weekend with my mom. My grandmother, I don't think she is 60 years old yet. When she called me, she was talking about how she was living through integration and she remembers segregation. And I started thinking about it. I said, wait a minute, say that again? And she was like, yeah. And she said, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, damn, yeah. I mean, it really was only that many years ago.
My father was born in 1951. He went to a segregated school his entire life. He moved to New York to escape because he knew on no future down here. Like there are plenty of people who are alive and well who remembers the great America that is being referenced in these conversations.
Like, what is America that we want great again? Speaking on things we should make great again, quarterbacks. We need to make them great again. Starting in Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson and the Colts played C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Mm-hmm. The big play coming out of this game was on 3rd and goal. Anthony Richardson, he hit the helmet tap. Coach, hey. So everyone starts thinking he's hurt. Everyone's like, yeah, we need AR. That's our guy. Comes out after the game, basically says, nah, I was just tired. I needed a breather. It was then reported this morning that the Colts are benching Anthony Richardson and will instead be going forward with Joe Flacco.
Why you draft him?
Where do we want to begin here?
First of all, he's catching all this flack for, I attack because I was tired. Who among us has not been Anthony Richardson at some point in our lives?
Who among us have QB'd an NFL team?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about in our professional jobs. I can think of a couple of times where after lunch I hit the helmet tap because you know why? I'm tired. Or I get to work for the day and say, you know what?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
What?
After lunch, you hit the helmet tap.
He's saying he tapped his helmet because he was tired and he needed to catch his breath. Yeah, dog. Sometimes if I've been working hard all morning and I come back after lunch, especially on a Friday, and I'm tired after a long week. Oh yeah, hey coach, I'm about to sit in my office. I ain't doing nothing.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You're not the quarterback of an NFL franchise. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm saying it's like he is catching flack for wanting a moment to catch his breath, and I'm saying that all of us do the same thing in our jobs, NFL quarterback or not. There's sometimes you've tapped your helmet while at work. Whether it's I need to skip this meeting because I need to catch my breath. Like you've never done that.
But we're not quarterbacks, though.
I'm trying to make it
most important position in sports. Listen, you watch the quarterback documentary, or did you watch Phillip Rivers play? Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, some of these guys.
I saw Phillip Rivers play the AFC Championship with a busted knee, with a torn ACL.
You seen Brett Favre out there getting lit up, paid, still getting up after every hit.
Come on, man. I'll say this.
QBs are not RBs. They're not wide receivers. They're not tight ends. QBs are QBs. You pay them a different amount of money than everyone else because you recognize the value that they bring to a team. There are QB. Listen, Eli Manning was out there getting blown up. Daniel Jones is fresh off ACL tears out there doing
I hear what you're saying.
Out there after an ACL, out there after an ACL tear, he's out there doing quarterback runs, and he ain't subbing out. As a quarterback, you don't sub out unless you're hurt, and even then, no, you sub out if you're hurt. That's why everyone was worried.
I'll say this: if
Yo,
that's
what
the
the
reason, if
hell?
yeah, are you looking at the Mavericks game or are you looking at the World Series?
What the hell?
What?
I'm watching the World Series game. Mookie Betts is trying to catch a foul ball, and I'm not gonna lie to you. The fan tried to rip his glove off.
Oh,
Like,
no,
no,
right?
literally, arm like this. The dude is trying to rip the glove off. What?
Oh, he got to go.
Now you gonna see the video on social media. That's crazy, bro.
Wait, Joe Ingles is still playing basketball?
Yes.
Well, that's crazy. I'll look that up. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I just saw Joe Ingles shoot the basketball in the league.
Next game where you think about some crazy stuff happening: Commanders versus Bears. The Hail Mary scene round the world. My man Tyreek Stevenson. You think he's having a rough week?
That's the kind of stuff you get fired over. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen he has been cut.
For him.
Huh?
He's a starter for him. They need him.
Some got to happen. You can't be. It's not the fact that you're taunting fans, right? Because that's fine. You're taunting the fans, and the ball has snapped, and you are still taunting the fans.
Did you see the shoulder shrug? He was kind of like, "What the hell are they doing over there? Oh, they playing football."
Did you see? I think there are like 3 Bears fans in the front, and they're pointing like, "Dog, no, the ball is snapped. Turn around."
They're over there like, "Bruh, the play.
The game isn't over, brother. Turn around."
Why aren't you running, brother? Why aren't you running?
Turn around. Oh,
turn around, my brother.
Did you see Caleb Williams? I have never seen someone more.
Thursday night in 2015.
Oh yeah, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone at work, and they're like, it's rare you see Hail Marys like that. And I was like, have you watched Aaron Rodgers play? He does it like every 3 years.
Yeah. Here's my part. Here's the point I think is funny. He does a little shoulder shrug. Oh, y'all over there playing football? Oh, shoot. Let me get back over there. Here comes
because his responsibility was to box Noah Brown out, right? Like Noah Brown was his person.
Mm-hmm. So he was like, sees the ball in the air. I got it, coach. You turned around, bro. I'm just watching everyone in the Bears uniform was like,
Caleb Williams, man.
I'm watching it. I was like, yo, is this real? And
did you see Jayden Daniels chirp at the Bears bench after it was completed? Like he knew what was about to happen?
Oh, yeah. No,
Is this a special stuff like that? Is this a special season for Washington? Are we talking about like a Washington Commanders NFC championship game?
No.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page because I thought I was being a hater.
We will be talking about Washington Commanders NFC divisional round, but
okay. Do you see them as NFC East champions?
Yes, I feel like they're going to give. I think they're going to give Philly some headaches.
Okay.
I can also see Philly losing a few games because #Philly.
Okay.
That they shouldn't lose. That'll send the fan base into a tailspin.
Yeah, because the Commanders got some easy games, man.
Well, it is the NFL.
Their schedule's kind of. I'm just saying. So I think they're off this week. Then they got the Giants. They got the Steelers, and they got the Eagles on the Thursday night.
Yeah, they play the Giants this week. They play the Giants.
Oh yeah, it is the 3rd. They play the Giants. Then they play the Steelers. Then they play the Eagles on Thursday. Then they play the Cowboys. Then they have the Titans, the Saints, the Eagles again, the Falcons, and they end with the Cowboys. Oh, Kyle says he thinks the Commanders will win the Super Bowl. Whoa, buddy. That Commanders team is not beating any AFC team. I don't think they're beating Detroit.
Who knows? They're a really good team. They are a
I
really good
don't. I
team.
don't think the Commanders are beating whoever comes out of the NFC North.
So let's see. The Eagles have the Doug Peterson reunion,
Yep.
the Cowboys game, the Commanders
Yeah,
game, Rams at Baltimore
yeah, that's the
versus
one.
Carolina versus uh, the Steelers at Washington versus Dallas at home versus the Giants. Getting the Giants at home every year for the last game of the season is so ridiculous. What a free win.
I mean, we
Um,
lost to the Giants last year at home, if you remember.
Dallas 3-4, Philly 5-2, Washington 6-2. Giants really two
Oh
wins?
no,
2 wins?
Luca hurt, and he going to the locker room. Good night.
Um, what are your thoughts on the Browns upset over Baltimore? Jameis Winston, the return.
Divisional games. Anything can happen. Anything can happen in divisional games. Oh no, Luca. I'm sorry.
Give me your Jameis Winston post game speech to the team.
Oh, my question is, did he dedicate that win to Deshaun Watson? Because that sounds like a Jameis thing to do.
I feel like Jameis Winston's post game speech was in reference to Gumbo.
It's funny because you could see that.
Now, when you think about Gumbo, see, my grandmama used to make some good gumbo back in them days, and I remember when she used to make that good gumbo, and when she used to tell me now, she used to
What
tell
she
me
say?
that gumbo, it got many ingredients in it, and today this win was like my mama, grandmama, good gumbo back in them days, had a little bit of everything, little bit of offense, little bit of special teams, little bit of defense, just like my grandmama gumbo had a little bit of that Cajun sauce. We had a little bit of that magic, that Browns magic. Now we just got to keep adding it and adding it and adding it like they side dishes. What you like with your gumbo? Because I like wins with mine. And get Browns on 3. That's what I think that post game speech would be.
That sounds exactly. I don't know if I could have done a better one myself. That sounds like a Jameis Winston.
Bam says Baltimore was overdue for a fourth quarter meltdown. I mean, y'all had a few of them early in the season. So,
I guess my question is,
how are y'all so bad on defense?
yeah, that was my like how the Ravens are known for defense, and it feels like this defense anyone can throw them. I don't know if you can pass on the run on the Ravens, but buddy, you can throw.
What's the point of running him if you can just throw it all over the place?
That's a great question.
Chiefs won with the Raiders. They're still unbeaten. They also traded for D Hop and Uche, so I guess we can say they're all in on the three-peat. Buffalo beats Seattle by 2 touchdowns. Here we go. The Jets lose again. We're talking about fourth quarter meltdowns. I'm watching this game saying there is no way the Jets are about to lose this game. Like, they're coming out of Foxborough with a win. Oh, man. What is the
And what
state of this
happened?
franchise that the Jets and the Giants have the same record, yet one has Aaron Rodgers and one has Daniel Jones?
They're the Jets. This is what happens when you give a 40-year-old full reign of your organization, a 40-year-old who smokes crack in the forest.
We don't know. Hey, relax on my goat. We don't know if he smoked crack. That's a thing to
You
say.
gave the franchise to a man who goes on retreats and sits in dark cabins and does drugs.
Hey,
And Joe Douglas will never get another GM job ever again because of it.
you think so?
I don't. He's gonna have to start at the bottom.
You think he's getting fired soon?
Yes. Oh yeah. After this season, buddy. Oh, and the Jets have Thursday night football against the Texans. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Here's
Bet
the
this.
thing. I like the Jets in that game.
Well, yeah, because Stephon Diggs towards ACL, right? And Nico Collins is still out.
I think because the Jets are going to get it together. They have to. They can't keep losing in prime time like this in front of all
Why the
the
fuck ain't they?
because they're not that bad of a football team. Speaking of teams that need to come back, Tua came back, and the Dolphins still found a way to lose that game. So let me ask you something.
Yep.
The Cardinals beat the Dolphins.
Yep.
The Rams beat the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Niners beat the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's revisit our preseason rankings of the NFC West real quick.
Okay.
Talk to me where you had the NFC West.
Hold on. I gotta pull it up.
Uh, I got it. If you
Yeah, you go ahead and
so
I'll.
I did have two teams from the NFC West making it: the Rams and the Niners. I had the Niners being 11-6, the Rams being 10-7. Remember, I had the Cardinals being 10-7, and I had the Seahawks being 7-10. So still possible.
Very
Still
much.
possible. Trying to look
Well,
at what team that I for sure have wrong in here. I mean, what division I certainly had wrong.
oh,
Let me. Um, don't
let me
worry.
see. I can't find it for anything. Cheese and crackers. Is this it? I started putting everything in. Where did it go? I just had it. I swear I'm so unorganized. But I do remember I had the 49ers winning the division.
I'm just looking at it now, and it's like, man, I had the AFC East. That's the one I had wrong. I had the Jets 9 and
Yeah, you had the Jets.
8 and 9. What in the hell was I thinking?
I mean, the Jets got us all, man.
I had the Jags at 11-6.
Mm, okay. I appreciate that you seemingly stood on business.
Oh, oh man. Kyle said, "Great win by Danny in our dynasty league." He said you hit him with the reverse jinx. Yeah, I saw that play too, Kyle. He ain't slick. Don't worry, Kyle. The tax returns will get sent back to the
Whatever.
IRS. Come
So
play.
I found my predictions.
Talk to me.
I had Arizona 7-10, Seattle 9-8, LA 10-7, and then San Fran 11-6. But I had the caveat if Brandon Ayuk came back, which he did, but now he's not. So I think this division is there for the Rams. I think they're the most complete team out of the other three teams. They're the most healthy. I trust Sean McVay more than I trust Kyle Shanahan.
I think the
Christian
Rams
McCa-
got. I think they just got to do a better job defensively.
Yeah, but like I said, they're getting healthy. Jared Verse is getting better. Like I trust that Rams team with Sean McVay more than I trust this 49ers team with Kyle Shanahan and Christian McCaffrey coming back.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. NCAA and a little NBA at the back end. So I think the big headlines: Ohio State barely beat Nebraska. I
Yeah,
don't know if they're
man.
looking at to Penn State, but they barely beat Nebraska. Boise State survived UNLV. I told you last week that was going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch A&M versus LSU. I have never seen two different halves to a game. First half, I'm like LSU's about to roll. A&M came out in the second half and they just blasted them. Pause. Here's what I will say: that A&M walkout. I don't know if you saw the video of that.
What was it?
So A&M had on like the black unis and LSU had all the all white unis. And so in A&M they had like this tunnel with like these lights, like these flashing lights. You gotta watch it. It's actually kind of fun. I watched it. I was like, man, that's kind of a really dope entrance.
Okay, I'll have to find that one.
SMU survives a crazy game versus Duke. I don't know if anyone watched that one.
No.
But as we do every week, Danny, let's pick some games.
Let's do it.
We've been covering Thursday night football and college football, so let's continue. This week we are in the American Conference. 6-2 Tulane versus UNC Charlotte 3-5. UNC Charlotte is playing at home. Do you like the upset by UNC Charlotte at home?
No.
You like Tulane? I too like Tulane. I think they're going to be ready to play. I like Tulane to go into Charlotte. and have a pretty big game. Friday Night Football. We're right back at it, boys. For Boise State. Now they have San Diego State coming in. Now Boise State in the AP poll was ranked 15th. I know they had the playoff ranking that was dropped earlier today, but in the AP poll, Boise State was ranked 15th. Do you like the Broncos to pull this one off at home?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. I like Ashton Genty. I think last week their quarterback really stepped up, played really, really well. I think he's gonna have to do the same, but I like Ashton Genty. I like the Broncos in this one. In Happy Valley, are the Nittany Lions gonna leave happy versus the Buckeyes?
Nope. This is the game that Penn State traditionally loses.
This is the unfraudulent game.
Yeah, this going. If Penn State wins this game, I'll start paying attention. But this is the game James Franklin loses. Historically.
I think if Penn State wins this game, it's going to be on the backs of some defense. I know that they wish they had the night games so they can really get the atmosphere, have their traditional whiteout stuff, but I don't know. I like Ohio State in this one. I think it's because that they almost lost to Nebraska. I think they're going to be dialed in. They're probably looking ahead to this game. I think they're going to be dialed in.
Yeah.
Dialed in. I like Ohio State.
When you almost lose to fake Patrick Mahomes, you got to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah. Oregon, number one team in the country by the AP poll, travels to the Big House. Do you like Michigan on the upset?
Nope. Michigan every week. It feel like Michigan. It just gets a little worse every single week.
I think it's going to be bad offense played by defense, but I think in the trenches, they're still the team that won a national championship last year.
They are. And I think there's something to be said about Big Ten football, especially this time of year. Because USC found out the hard way, and it wasn't even cold yet. So, yeah, like there's something to that. But it's also cold in Portland. It's a different kind of cold. In Eugene. It's a different kind of cold, but I still
they played at the Big House. Give me Michigan.
Okay.
I like Michigan. Number 10, Texas A&M. They travel to South Carolina to play the Gamecocks in Columbia. Do you like the upset by the Gamecocks at home, or do you like A&M to continue to roll in the SEC?
Give me South Carolina. Texas A&M, when they win a big game they're supposed to win, what do they usually do the week after? Lose to an inferior opponent. Give me South Carolina.
I like Mike Ducko. I think he's building something in A&M. I like what he's doing. Listen, they're sitting at the top of the SEC shockingly. And as long as they keep winning, they'll have a matchup with Georgia in the SEC championship, more than likely, Georgia or Texas, and we'll see who goes. But I like A&M in this one. Okay. And then one of the better games of the week, deep in the ACC, two teams are looking to stay right there with Clemson and Miami. Pitt and SMU. This is actually going to be a really big game for both teams. They're in Dallas.
Ever since NIL deals became legal, somehow SMU is just one of the best teams in the country. This is how it should be. Give me SMU.
Listen, I like SMU. I'm at the bandwagon. I follow them on Instagram, Twitter. You know that they're my dynasty team in college football. Can't wait to pick them up again when that league eventually restarts. I like SMU in this one. NBA first week in the NBA. I know your team might still be getting blasted over there by Anthony Edwards. So
he hasn't scored a point since that first quarter.
All right, there we
go. It's halftime right now.
Which team is shocking you in a good way so far 1 week into the season? And it's okay if it's the Los Angeles Lakers because you didn't expect this to already be 3-1. But if you have another answer, I'll take it.
For me, Lakers 1 and then Orlando 2. But the Lakers, I told y'all about
Orlando.
You did. You were preaching about Orlando. I am shocked. I know the Lakers lost last night. But yeah, it's early, but Lakers are good. Trade alert. Hold on.
Let me tell you something. It's only shocked if you didn't believe. Don't come over here like y'all didn't know about the Lake Show. This is Anthony freaking Davis we talking about. Future MVP of this league. Future defensive player. yo, we got Braun, we got Connect Four, AR doing this thing, D'Lo doing this. Let me tell you something. JJ Redick, I see the ball movement. I see a lot more threes. I see a lot more passing. A lot of defensive sets, offense. I like what I'm seeing by the Lakers. Quality offense, quality points, quality lineups out there. These are a lot of the same damn players from last year. Suddenly, we're ball movement, we're cutting better, we're getting better shots. What the hell was Darvin Ham doing with his hands in his damn pocket for these last 2 years? You know what? Genie, go to Darvin Ham and fire him again.
He said he was saying salute.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. A trade has been completed in our dynasty. People, red alert, red alert. Bam has traded for TJ Hawkinson for a 2025 second. Okay. Don't waste my time, Bam, talking about trade alert if you come in here talking about TJ Hawkinson. Oh, that was Kyle.
That was Kyle.
I was like, yo, why are you bragging about TJ Hawkinson? You don't even know if he's healthy, you goof. All right, Kyle. Salute.
Well, Kyle,
but why
looking at your roster, Kyle, you need some tight end depth. Come talk to me.
I don't like how you just be talking so loosely about tight ends. Which team is already looking disappointing in the NBA season so far?
And this is because of injury, but the Warriors, like, it's just sad to see Steph go out like this.
What's going on with the Nuggets?
I mean, here's the thing about the new salary cap, right? Because right now, the new salary cap, and you see teams are adjusting. And we talked about this earlier this summer about the second apron. So you have these teams who have these inflated rock. Kyle, I'll get to you in a second. Like these owners don't want to get past that second apron, so they have to cut good players. Like the windows to win a championship close so quickly now because teams don't want to go over that second apron and pay the fees. And that's what's happening in Denver. Like you built, and you won a title, so it's great, but you had to get rid of Caldwell Pope. You had to pay Michael Porter. You had to pay Jamal Murray. You had to pay Nikola Jokic. Like that's it. So teams are going to have to learn how to draft and develop players. Like the rookie contract is going to be like football now. They're going to be super valuable. Only if OKC got it perfect.
Yeah, they do, and they sit in 3-0. Makes you
but
think.
This is their window, right? Because once you have to start paying all those guys, it's going to be Durant, Russell, Harden all over again.
True. Shout out Memphis and Houston, both 2-2. T-Wolves 2-1. Mavs 2-1. Mavs 2-1. But you already know. I mean, it's the late show.
Yo, you know what's nasty business?
What's nasty business?
If I keep seeing this Donovan Mitchell Skims commercial, I'm gonna throw up. Have you seen this ad?
No. What type of freak ass bull algorithm you got?
No, it's on TV. It just played on TNT. It's like the third time. Like there's a Donovan Mitchell Skims ad.
I was watching the World Series. My bad.
Yeah. I'm talking about yeah.
I think we both can agree the Celtics are the best team in the league.
Oh yeah.
Maybe smoking teams. I'd be like, yo, I'll be sitting there like, how the hell we allow this to happen? And then you think about it, damn Bucks. Damn Bucks. The Bucks and the petty ass Blazers. Yo, what the Portland Trail Blazers are putting out. All right.
They're gonna start paying people to come to games?
Bam. Listen. They've played. Hold on. Let's make sure I'm looking at this correctly. They've played 4 games. They are 1-3. They lost 140-104 to the Warriors. They lost 105-103 to the Pelicans. They won the next night, 125-103 versus the Pelicans. Then they lost 111-98 to the Kings. Their next games are versus the Clippers, the Thunder, the Suns, the Pelicans, the Spurs, the T-Wolves. And they will play the T-Wolves 3 times in 5 days.
Go ahead and fire up the mock drafts, guys.
November is when we start the NBA Cup games. Yeah.
Cooper Flag is going to love Portland, but he's going to be in Utah. Buddy, if Cooper Flag ends up in Utah, it's going to be Jimmer Fredette on a billion.
Is he a... I have no comment. Hey, man, them Mormons. Yo, I was thinking the same thing. I got a notification on Lonzo Ball being injured again, and I'm sitting here like, damn, Lonzo, goddamn.
Damn, Lonzo couldn't even last. But you just at some point you just feel bad for him, man.
Bottom of the second, the Dodgers are still up 2. Ooh, he's safe.
What's
Dodgers are up 2-0. Bottom of the second, Dodgers are up 2-0. 2-2 count. We'll see. Let me ask you something.
Yep.
And now we talking like brothers, like dudes. What advice would you give Lil Durk?
I don't know, right? Because we come from different backgrounds, different life experiences.
Lost a lot of family members to gun violence.
Yeah.
Particularly involved in all this. Like this is a this was a really messy situation to begin. We started with some beef with Young Boy, Quando Rondo, and Vaughn, and Vaughn has lost his life. Young Boy in prison.
Listen, man. Me, I ain't going to jail for nobody.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, what advice would you give Lil Durk if you were?
Yeah, that's what I am not going to jail for nobody. I'm cutting a deal, but.
All right.
I understand.
All right. I didn't ask this question for you to say I'd get up on the stand and start snitching.
I ain't going to jail for nobody.
I asked this question for some knowledge. My good brother said, you know what? I'm telling.
I ain't going to jail for nobody.
Oh,
but
what you think about that damn statue that they made for D Wade?
Oh my God. And the thing is, like, apparently, like he saw beforehand and approved it.
Well, what else he gonna do? I'm sitting here, yo. When I got that notification, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I want to let you know. When they tell you they're gonna build you a statue, they bring you in to have you look at the statue. But guess what? If you disapprove, you think what they gonna do? They just gonna not put the statue up.
Well, it was clay though. Like when he went to see it, it wasn't finished. It was just a clay. Like it was just clay. Dog, whoever does the NFL bust, that's who I would call. Because the one of Ed Reed looks just like whoever does the NFL ones. If just you give me a statue, call that person or call that company.
Good.
Because no one else can do it. Oh, Luka's back. Praise be.
I'm so confused on what my man thought he was seeing when he was trying to catch that ball. So I just got this notification from Shams.
Uh-oh.
The Warriors are benching Jonathan Kuminga tonight versus the Pelicans. It's a shocking move for Kuminga, who didn't agree to an offseason with the team who didn't agree to an extension with the team this offseason. Interesting. Steph's out. Wiggins is out. What the hell is
the Warriors rebuild is on the way, baby?
You think
back to the depths you go? Draymond had a great run.
He's probably in the tail end. He'll probably hang it up in the next few years. Whenever Steph give it up, he's probably gonna be like, "All right, I'm
no, this is gonna be one of them things. Steph not gonna have a choice."
No, don't say that.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who's franchise legends who recently had to go play for another team.
Speaking of new teams, while you think of that, 7 and counting WNBA teams are currently looking for new head coaches.
But that's over half the league.
God dang.
So I'll say the Indiana job is full. So Stephanie White, who was the coach of the Connecticut Sun, they mutually agreed to part ways. But the word on the street is Indiana reached out to Stephanie White, interviewed her behind the Fever's back. I mean, behind the Sun's back, and offered her the job. So I'm expecting her to be the Fever coach any day now.
That's funny. They hit her up and was like, "All right, how much do you like your job?"
Would I mean, so Connecticut, they're on the verge of not even on the verge. Dewana Bond is a free agent. Alyssa Thomas is a free agent. Dejanay Carrington is a restricted free agent. That team is on the doorstep of a rebuild, and she don't want to be around for that. So she's gonna go coach Caitlin Clark. Which, why wouldn't you?
Touche. That's a good move. It's a good move. Hey, so here's my thing. If the WNBA said they lost X amount of millions last year, how do you think they're looking at it right now when some of these franchises are going to have to pay coaches? All right.
Well, the coaches don't get paid. My question would be is why would a coach take any of these jobs? It seems like coaching on that at the WNBA level, teams are unrealistic about expectations, and when coaches don't deliver, they get fired. Like Teresa Witherspoon was the coach of Chicago Sky for a year, and they fired her even after she was on the verge of taking her team to the playoff, even after like Angel Reese got hurt. Like the Sparks can't keep a coach. If you can't keep Curtin Miller, which is crazy because that should be the most attractive job on the market, the Sparks job.
Wait, the Sparks don't have head coach right now?
Yeah, they don't. Curtin Miller, they agreed to part ways. Like the Sparks run through coaches. It's insane. But that should be the most attractive job by a mile. But
Why?
I mean, you have Cameron Brink, you have Rakia, you have a squad.
Oh yeah, I got
and they're young, and they're going to be together for a while.
So much young talent.
Yeah, but they don't have patience. They don't have patience.
Patience, 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 patience. Ain't nobody gonna have patience. Listen, there's money to be made. Listen, you see the way the Colts benching Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young getting benched. What's my man name? Mac. What's the old Patriots QB?
Drake. Or no, Jacoby Brissett.
No, before him, the white boy, Mac Jones. He got benched. Trey Lance, he got benched.
Now I will say, now with NIL, I hope quarterbacks stay in college a little bit longer. Because look at Jaden Daniels, right? Jaden stayed for 5 years, and now look at him.
He can run an offense.
Yeah, like he comes in Washington, they're NFC contenders. So hopefully NIL encourages these quarterbacks to stay maybe an extra year or two, because Anthony Richardson, he's only had 10 NFL starts. Like he needs to be playing college. Now I don't blame him because I wouldn't have turned down money either. Like he made $33 million. I ain't saying no to that to go back to college. But still.
What is that 33 mil if you get traded or whatever before year 3?
Who cares? Like 27 of it is guaranteed, I believe. Like most of that, like he had like a 21 million sign-on bonus. Trade me.
All right, so his agent went in there and told him, "Hey, brother, let me tell you something. There's a chance that you might be a hot pack of ass, and in the case, we got to get you paid."
Yeah, you can always sell a team on potential and hope.
Shout out to the agents that keep it a buck. Hey, there is a real chance you might be some ass, and in that case, we got to make sure you get the bread.
Like, and how can you blame him for taking the money? Because I don't. But if you're the Colts, and then I know we're going backwards, when you draft him, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like you know he is a project, and to bench him 10 games in.
The only way to get more playing time is either play him or don't play him and make him steady for a very long time.
Like Jordan Love. Like if you're gonna do that, Jordan Love him.
Who goes to play with Braun first? Says Bam. Draymond or Steph?
Oh, it'll definitely be Draymond. I think the Warriors would be happy to get Draymond out the paint.
Year 24 is the year of La Curry.
Really? Well, what's his face? Isn't it the stat every time LeBron started 3-0, he's made to the finals? Or he's won a championship? Something like that?
I can tell you if he get to 5, I can see him just being like, you know what,
Nah,
5 in
I
the
would love
scoring
to.
title.
I would love to see LeBron in his career with a championship, but I don't know if LeBron would do that.
Yeah, he'll want to run it back, try to see if he can repeat,
Yeah,
and try to
unless
see.
Savannah just say, "Hey man, sit your ass down."
And let's be honest, he's never three-peated.
He has never three-peated, but he's still the GOAT.
He is. He is.
Well, he's not my GOAT, but he is in the GOAT conversation.
Who's your goat again? Bill Russell?
Kareem.
Braun not better than Kareem all time?
Kareem held the scoring title for 3 generations without hitting a three-pointer.
Yeah, but
That's how
Kareem
great he was.
okay, but Kareem did an A&R 2 Chainz project. What the fuck are we talking about, man? What the fuck are we talking
What are you talking
about? LeBron A&R'd a 2 Chainz project.
Okay.
And he introduced the world to the deluxe album. Are you kidding me? What the fuck are we talking about?
Kareem, how many is a 6-time champ?
LeBron said,
15
look, we're gonna drop the
all
album
in.
on this date, and 2 weeks later, we're gonna come back again with some both songs on it.
Hold on. Where's the compare tool
Kareem,
on Basketball
Kareem
Reference?
didn't read Malcolm X's book. LeBron read the book and was talking about it in the press. I mean, I stopped playing with LeBron.
Dog, Kareem's the best basketball player ever.
I'm playing with LeBron, man. Y'all play with LeBron.
Kareem is the best ever.
LeBron knew that Kobe was about to drop 82 in that game. The fuck was?
Oh yeah.
He was out here trying to tell Kyrie to set up and dribble. Come on, bro. Stop playing.
Man. Kareem's the best.
Stop playing. Ain't that right, Hendrix? We know it.
Hey, Kyle Wilt is the best slayer, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know about the best hooper.
Listen, I'm still waiting on that footage from that 100-point game. And I would like for some women to start coming forward saying that, yes, I was one of the 1,000 women that Wilt Chamberlain slept with back in his day. If I got to go visit a few retirement homes, I will.
So, you know what's funny? When do you remember our first show?
Yeah, we was definitely talking about it.
And I was like, this boy crazy. But the more I thought about it over the years, I'm with you. I don't think he scored 100 points.
My brother ain't scored 100 points. But they had to sell the game. And they had to sell the game. Yo, let me tell you something. Hey, listen, they got Martin Luther in color. You ain't got no Wilt Chamberlain? Fuck out of here.
Yep.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, goddamn, Bam.
I thought Magic was the best. Well, why was Karl Malone scared to touch Magic in that All-Star game?
We should have known then Karl Malone shit. He said, I ain't touching that man. Isaiah had to go hug him.
God, Karl Malone did not want to touch Magic Johnson. He thought that brother had that cootie.
What? I think Karl Malone to the Jazz might be the most perfect pick. And there's some things that like Shador, Vegas, Karl, Utah, like it just fits.
Man, Isaiah Thomas to go up to Karl Malone like, hey man, listen.
What are you doing?
What are you talking about? You won't catch it.
You have to catch. Karl said, I don't even want to breathe the same air. Get me out of here.
Karl Malone said, this is the Antichrist. I'm not touching that man.
Meanwhile, he haven't, you know what?
Man.
A man who be with underage women gonna talk to me about who he will and who he will not touch.
Man. Ooh, man. Irvin Magic Johnson. Even having the name Magic Johnson is crazy. Control your horny. We get into the unhinged part of this. Here we go. Yes, the Yankees are. I think it's Juan Soto. Yeet.
Speaking of Yeet, do you think the Bloodline storyline is moving too fast? Because I do.
Why? Talk to me. Listen. The more this thing plays out, the more I just look at y'all and I just sit back with my hands like this, and I'm like,
you were right. I just think
I knew it.
Jay forgave Jimmy way too soon. Like
Listen,
it was only like 2 weeks.
but I told you what I tell you. He was going to cost him the championship, and that's what he's going to do. That's what's going to do it because that was his first solo championship.
Yeah, but I still feel like, and now he's cool with Jimmy, but he still hates Roman.
Yeah, they still got some beef. Remember Roman? He pinned Roman. They still got some tension. It ain't easy.
But the match has already been booked for Crown Jewel.
That means y'all better figure y'all shit out.
On SmackDown. Like I feel like this story could be. I don't want to say Royal Rumble. December there is no pay-per-view, but you can take this to January.
He hit Aaron Judge with the pitch.
I would do the same thing.
Ow.
He said, "You ain't like that."
Hold on, that. Ow.
Oh yeah, big Luca back behind the head pass. Oh, we up, baby.
Hit him right on the wrist. Ow.
Oof.
Yo, all right. Pause. Aaron Judge is like this guy could be like a tight end, like a power forward.
He's built like Graham. Used to play for the Saints.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. Thank you. He built just like Jimmy Graham.
Are they cousins?
I didn't want to say that, but
they might be of some kin.
They might be of some kin.
He in New York too. You know, Aaron Judge be with them things.
Oh yeah.
With that,
yeah. He loves caramel women.
How you know? True. How are the Mavs looking now?
They look better. They're up by 4. They're up 77-73.
Look like the team that went to the Western Conference Finals. When do the Mavs and the Lakers play? I need to.
Knowing our luck, they probably don't play till freaking January. I feel like every time. All right, Dinwiddie.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they don't play till January the 7th. Why do they do this to us?
I know. Wow. Yankees got 1 on first and 1 on third after a good hit. All right. He yeets. Ooh, good pitch.
Has the Christmas schedule come out yet? Yeah, it has.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about it.
Yeah, I just want to say. Oh yeah, the Mavericks and Timberwolves at 2:30. That's NBA. I love NBA Christmas so much, man.
Talk to me about your team in the NBA Cup.
I don't care about that shit.
You should. I mean, those are regular season games being played.
Yeah, but I don't care if they win the cup. That shit don't matter to me.
But okay, see, this is where I think we got to remember that these are still regular season games.
They are regular season games.
The only thing it does is add a game if you win it all.
Yeah.
So you still want to win these games.
I still want them to win the games because it's regular season games, not because they're NBA Cup games.
Yeah, but
like, I treat it as any other regular season game.
You don't want to see your team get paid?
They get paid enough anyway.
See,
you just saying that because the Lakers won it last year. And what did it get them?
I hate this pocket watching y'all be doing.
If they get paid, that's amazing. But I'm not going to lose sleep if they lose in the NBA Cup.
Yo, get this pitch out the game. This nigga is bugging right now. He hit people with these pitches. Second person.
Well, now the baseball rule is someone has to hit your team with the pitch, right? Or however it goes.
Maybe he didn't get hit. One Carter, he kind of. He did swing it. Yeah, back to this in-season cup. You don't want to see people get paid $500,000 more. Yeah,
I do. Like I'm not
taxes. Why are we trying to count pockets? Why don't you want to be happy for them?
I am not counting pockets.
Guess what? Luka and them didn't win. What? They didn't win the in-season tournament. Then they made it all the way to the finals and didn't win that either. So they went home ringless and without 500 extra thousand. That's $500,000. That's a Ferrari.
So you feel better that the Lakers won the cup and then lost to the Nuggets in the first round?
We won something. We put up
Okay.
8 banner. They came away a little bit richer.
Like I said, I'm not gonna lose sleep if the Mavericks don't win the NBA Cup. I
Okay.
hope they win the regular season games. That's cool. I hate the courts. I really hate the courts.
See, now you and your old head hate bag. I like Adam Silver. I like this. This new innovation. This innovative NBA. I like
They
that.
stole it from the WNBA.
Okay, but it's in the NBA now, so it's the new NBA.
Okay.
See? So it's the new NBA. Just because when I steal your sauce, don't hate. Everybody do the first who do it better. Looking like preach.
Oh God.
Shoot. They say Cooper Flag is a basketball savant. Yeah, you're gonna need to be one in Portland, brother.
In Utah.
You think Utah's the worst team in the league by far?
If you think Danny Ainge gonna let the next great white hope slip through his fingers, you got another thing coming, brother. You got another thing coming.
Where would you eat on a night like this when you don't feel like really cooking?
I
I was gonna make some turkey burgers, but it's about to be 6:11 here. That's probably gonna take about an hour and a half to thaw the meat and whatnot. Pause.
Oh yeah.
So then
So
I'm like, all right.
take the meat out sort of thaw for tomorrow. So here's the game that I play with my wife when we decide what we want to eat. First, you got to decide what you don't want to eat. So what don't you want?
Indian food.
Okay, no Indian.
But I say that, but never in my life do I ever go to an Indian restaurant.
All right, do you want Chinese? Dude, that butter chicken be knocking. Some garlic naan.
My next comment will sound
offensive. All right. Okay. Do you want Italian?
Nah, maybe not no Italian.
All
Chinese, maybe.
Okay.
Listen, I got a bad thing for going to get chicken. What if I just go get some Popeyes?
I was about to say chicken. That was my next. I didn't want to come out the gate with chicken because I mean, they do got the $5 box back.
Oh shit, they do. What's in the $5 box?
Hold on, I think it's like 2 pieces in the side, ain't it?
But what if I want that boneless chicken?
Oh, boneless chicken? I don't know. Man, boy, go get some Popeyes.
Yeah, might. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny, let the people know where they can find you, my good brother.
Y'all can find me on the Bird app at Danny Ocean 41. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, speak on _pod. Yeah, that's all I got for tonight. Now I want some Popeyes, but it's 9:30 over here. My big ass can't get no Popeyes.
Nah, don't do that. It's real big back energy of you. Want to congratulate you on an NBA career, 17 season NBA vet, Rudy Gay. In the meantime, you guys can follow myself. That is at Los Demix on all social channels that you can think of. That is LOSDEEMIX. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, I might be DJing right near you. Right?
Hey.
You. Bases are loaded currently. 2 outs. Yankees are at bat.
Ooh, never mind.
Somebody cooking in there?
Kyrie is cooking. Uh-oh, Mavs up 8. 2 minutes left in the third.
All right, Daddy. Well, another great week, another great episode. Hey, if you haven't done anything, make sure you go speak on it.
Catch you next time.
Catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Oh, shit. Grand slam.